White give this heavenly vibe. It gives this sense of peace.
Okay.
And that is just what white signifies. When using white for any space, it's welcoming. Just imagine entering a space where there is black and red. That means the color is telling you run away.
Yeah.
People around me that your value is not outside, it's inside. They condemn your work outside doesn't mean you should break yourself inside, because if you break yourself inside, you have destroyed your value.
Yeah.
Architecture is a thing of the spirit.
Okay.
Every design is coming from the spirit within.
Yeah.
You understand?
You know, clients have a perception of what a design should look like, while you as an architect, you have a perception of what the design should actually look like. So how do you avoid clash between your perception and your client's perception?
While growing up, everybody have always hold this perception, this mindset of I want to do something, I want to build something like this, I want to acquire something like this. The client now is in the stage when you want to achieve that dream that you have been holding.
Yeah.
It will not be something easy for you to change his narrative.
Hello, welcome to another episode, and if you've been following us, you will know that this is Realistic Project, where we bring to you every good insight and beautiful thing you need to know about the experiences, about construction and what it entails, especially the peculiarities of either building or you're buying. Necessarily and especially rather everything you need to know about construction. So today we are going to be talking about the psychology of architectural designs. So you want to know how architects actually know about this thing fits this fits that. That's what we're bringing to you this afternoon. However, if you've not seen any of our previous episodes, go straight to YouTube and watch all previous episodes. They're full of insights, entertaining and educative at the same time. More so, if you have any inquiries, you need to ask a question. Just go over to their Instagram page at Realistic Project and ask your question. On the show this afternoon, or whenever or wherever you're watching from, I have with me architect Emmanuel. My name is Favor Orok, and we are going to be talking about the psychology behind architectural designs. Hello, Mr. Emmanuel.
Hello, thank you.
So what does it feel like to be an architect? I'm curious.
Okay, well, first of all, say thank you for having me here. It's a nice thing to express myself, because we architects, we are just like a body or a spirit wanting to express itself. Everything from the beginning of time, when innovation started coming into the society, everything started coming out from within the spirit. You understand? So my experience as an architect, it has been interesting.
Wow.
I have not only been able to express myself through words, I've been able to express myself through my designs, and I've been able to put it into developing the community, which at least we can see everywhere is getting better due time. Wow. Thank you.
That's actually very beautiful. I mean, you took the words straight from my mouth, or from my heart, let me say. You know, people who communicate use their mouth to express. And for you as an architect, you communicate by expressing through your designs and your drawing. So let me start with the psychology behind your architectural designs. Let's start with design itself. You know, clients have a perception of what a design should look like, while you as an architect, you have a perception of what the design should actually look like. So how do you avoid clash between your perception and your client's perception?
Okay. Let me see. The client have his own vision.
Yeah.
But if vision is not well guided, it can lead to destruction. Let me just use that term.
Okay.
In the sense that the client is not a professional in some aspects.
Actually.
And if actually I am to meet with the client,
yeah,
in a way, I will try to bring my professionalism in it.
Yeah.
So we get to know that, okay, I know you have this vision, but doing it this way might not work out. Let's do it this other way. Let it work out.
Okay.
Sorry if I'm confusing you with my statement.
No, you're not confused.
Let me just bring it. Now, to handle a situation, like to prevent a crash, in the sense between you and client, me and client, as an architect and a client.
Yeah.
Now, first of all, we abhor the vision of the client. While growing up, everybody have always hold this perception, this mindset of, I want to do something, I want to build something like this, I want to acquire something like this. Okay, now he is now in the stage, the client now is now in the stage when you want to achieve that dream that you have been holding.
Yeah.
It will not be something easy for you to change his narrative.
True.
Yeah, you get the point.
I get it.
So, first of all, about it, wow, it's a very nice idea, it's a very good one, okay? But why not we do it more professionally so that you will not get so default? Because if you don't let them know the consequences of their vision or what they want to get, they might end up blaming it on you. And you being the professional in design, you don't want it to spoil at least your legacy you have been building due time.
Yeah, your portfolio and your reputation.
The reputation, let's use that. Yeah, the reputation. So, as it is, we just get to let them know that, okay, it is best to make sure we follow due process in achieving that dreams. And if not possible, it won't get to that his dream, then we'll paint another vision for him. That is just it, like creating another, bringing new perspective for him and giving him reasons why he should follow that.
Okay, so I like the points you just mentioned. And from there, I want us to gyrate and move forward to the psychology behind some designs. Now, in one of our episodes, the managing director, engineer Giwa, mentioned that some colors would not allow you to, like, colors have effects on you. Now, how do you go through the color palette for each person's? Now, what I mean by each person's is, maybe I'm a girl. Every girl child, like a little child, would love the room to be pink. The boy would want the room to be blue. Now, I want to understand the psychology behind that. Aside from that, I noticed that civilization and the dynamism of designs now, if you go into a space, everywhere is painted white.
Yeah, mostly.
Like white. It's white and then there's POP. What's the psychology behind this kind of design, behind this kind of color? I want to start from the color palette first before we now move to the dynamism of things going pure white. If you come to my room right now, you will see my leg on the wall.
Yeah.
Because I'm not used to white color and I love to rest my leg on the wall. So how are you going to help me out?
Okay, let me first of all say colors play a very big role in the society, and mostly in architecture. Now, I used to normally say this word to myself, that what if the world is black and white? How will you perceive the world to be? What if the world is without color? Now, it only means that every color around us plays major role in the way we move, in the way we grow, in the way we expand in knowledge. So, as an artist, because I am an artist, I paint.
Of course.
So I have gone into color understanding, like understanding why I should use this color for this painting, why I should use this color for this painting.
Okay.
Now, if you come to blue is a very warm color.
Okay.
It's a very warm color. And mostly, the male child now, let me say, male boy.
Yeah,
you understand?
Yes.
They mostly like that blue color to be on their wall. Then for the girl, they always like pink. Why? Because from the origin of human, men always want to dominate.
Yeah.
You get? They just want to fill the space.
Okay. So blue feels like a dominating color.
Yeah, it makes him. If you ask most men now, what is your favorite color? They will say mostly blue.
Blue.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because the sky is blue and it's covering everywhere. So as a
please
man,
don't bring Chelsea into this. I will not tolerate that.
Now for the pink color, it gives that feeling of I'm a baby.
Okay.
So girls like to feel baby.
Or could it also be the effect from cartoons also? If you look at it, most of the cartoons that shows masculinity, that shows jumping here and there, their costumes are mostly blue.
Blue, yeah.
Now for the Barbie, for the all this thing, they use pink for something they can relate to it. So it's so amazing that color has an effect on the human mind. Now let's move towards the dynamism of everything white. Now look at the office space, pure white. People's rooms, pure white. What's going on?
You know, I love this question so much because I've been asking myself this question too. Okay. Why is the world going white? Mostly white and black now.
Yeah.
All those people, all those child growing up that love blue, this one pink, the lady's pink.
Yeah.
They are now loving, I love black, I love white. Everybody's now loving white and loving. Now the truth of it is, as the world is revolving, human is kind of trying to discover new things. And it has come to a point where they have discovered that white gives this heavenly vibe. It gives this sense of peace.
Okay.
And that is just what white signifies. When using white for any space, it's welcoming. Just imagine entering a space where there is black and red. That means the color is telling you run away.
Yeah.
So now, though, people, I don't want to put it in a way like if we are copying
the Western world.
You understand? But it's in that way. Okay. You get. Now we have now started noticing that the wealthy people, the rich people, then growing up, we are like, white we dirty. Our parents will paint house brown, so at least green, all those deep color. Now they lost the wealthy people now, and I'm painting their house white, painting their house white. Now the average people are now saying that okay, there is good thing about this white. Okay. Average people want to feel wealthy.
Yeah.
So because of people have that mindset of I want to feel rich, I want to feel among, they are now following the trend of the white. So even someone that cannot even maintain white now, you still want to paint white.
Yes.
And when you enter someone's room and you see that it is another color, you feel like the person is kind of poor, outdated. You understand?
Yeah.
So now the world is now going white because people fancy luxury now.
True.
And they want to experience luxury. So I don't know if this answered your question.
Yeah, it does really answer my question because I've been trying to decipher and fathom that colors can have effect on the human mind. And like you said, evolving and also exposure. It helps people to also discover new things. And that's like a very, very good one. Now let's get to the emotional part of you designing.
Okay.
Are there times where your client comes with a concept and with a vision, but you're just following the flow, and at the end of the day, the client will just come, what is this? This and that. Why did you do it this way? I'm not taking that. This is bullshit. And then you feel offended that, me that I was getting inspiration as I was designing this work. What do you mean? Now, how do you manage such a situation?
Okay. I will say I've been in a space, in this space where I'm kind of experiencing this recently.
Oh, wow.
You guys, so I'll be in the best position to answer that question. Now, the thing there is that people always criticize what you do, even if it is the best.
Okay.
I used to tell people around me that your value is not outside, it's inside. They condemn your work outside doesn't mean you should break yourself inside, because if you break yourself inside, you have destroyed your value. So the thing there is, there's also room to grow. Yeah. It's not like if they tell you something, you feel like you don't want to destroy yourself. When you see it as, when you have a good reason to grow, you understand, you grow. But when you know that, just like you said, you have put more effort, you are feeling so wow, you know, it's just like I said before.
Yeah.
Architecture is a thing of the spirit. Okay. Every design is coming from the spirit within.
Yeah.
You understand? So it only means as you're doing it, your spirit is already comfortable with it. Anybody trying to come into that play is trying to destroy that spirit it is coming from.
Okay.
You need to like take all guard to prevent it. It's not about that design, it's about the rest design coming. Because you start feeling timid.
Yeah,
this life is you start feeling
that imposter syndrome, that maybe I'm not really good enough at this thing that this like person said.
So sometimes we get that just to destroy the spirit. But for me, I have grown to a stage, like spiritually, you understand? I've grown to a stage where I see things like that as a stepping stone to move forward in life.
Okay, so where do you draw the line between satisfying a client's need and also seeing a need to reason with the client? You know, there are sometimes that the client already anticipated something. It's just like you already have an idea of what the smoky jollof rice tastes like. Then you get to a restaurant and jollof rice is tasting like something that they use palm oil to do. You know that it will bring down your expectation already. And where do you now, draw the line between, okay, what this client is saying is actually true? Yeah, I understand the point where you made that you don't have to allow their words to break your spirit. But there are sometimes we have to see through, clarify things with the clients that, your concept is good, but we cannot allow this because of this and that. Where do you draw that line?
If I got your question correctly.
Yes.
The line between
satisfying the client's need and showing them clarity on why you did what you did.
Everybody, in every construction, in every building construction, design construction, there are some things people are considering. They consider the costs. After considering costs, they consider aesthetic. Now, if you have in mind that you want to build a very castle mansion like that and the cost is not there, you won't achieve it. I don't know if you get my point.
I get your point now.
So in the line where I would draw it, is at the point where I know how stable the person is, like what the person wants. Can what he have get what he wants? If what he have cannot get what he wants, then let's
draw the line.
Let's draw the line. Let's break it down. This will cost just 500 million. Your budget is about 200 million. Can you see we cannot add this so in there? Let's do it this way. It's not like if it is poor, but still yet it's pleasing. We'll do it in a very good, pleasing way. You understand? Then I think that with the line of the later challenges, what he will face later. If actually work, but in a situation where his own point is because I cannot be how will I put it?
Cannot be 100% right all the time.
You understand? So I'll just kind of seek his knowledge. If he show me this, and I notice that truly it's possible, then I will move on. So at every point where it is impossible to move forward, I draw the line, I will bring it down, analyze it, and come to a final conclusion.
Oh, that's very amazing. Now I want to move towards layout. When you're designing, there's a layout pattern that you use for certain buildings. So can you walk us through how the layout of especially passage, especially to aid movement? This particular house, we have older people, we have let's say this particular building is for older people. Now the next building, they have toddlers, they have children that are crawling, and then they have just kids in the house. So how do you navigate the layout, the measurement for that, where the passage should be, or what and what should not be on the road, what and what should not be used?
Okay, thank you for the question. Let me start by saying functional flow of every building is very important.
Okay.
When the building layout is wrong, the construction is very poor.
Oh.
Why will an old man be climbing step to get to his room? Why will a baby? And again, if there is like a fire outbreak now,
okay,
where is the best exit to follow? Wow. You understand? Okay, which room should be close to that exit?
Okay.
Who needs to run out first? So things like this, we put that into consideration to make sure that the layout is very, very, very functional. Like for the lobbies should be designed minimum of 1.2 meters width, in the sense that at least 2 humans can pass to fro without hitting shoulders. Minimum, that is just the minimum, but it can go to the extent of 1.5 and even more. And again, for passage that we know that, okay, people always walk on, the material you use on the floor should not be slippery so that someone will not slide and fall. And again, when you are positioning some space within the apartment, you will make sure that it is very accessible to the necessary connected space.
Okay.
Just like, let me say, the kitchen is directly connected to the dining.
Okay.
We will not design something whereby before you get to the dining, you start moving far distance. So it should be close to each other. Living room should be close to the dining.
Thank you.
Bedroom should be close to the dining. So things like that, we also put that into consideration to make sure that flows are functional. And again, for the baby and now, when there is baby, there is toddlers, you cannot control them 100%.
Yeah.
You understand? Then, in a situation, we ensure to, at all round of the building, like the balconies, the terraces, we make sure that there is a handrail stuff.
Okay, like a barricade.
Yeah, barricade to prevent them from falling. And that determines the type we use also for them. Because there's some metals that there is space.
Yeah.
And you see situation of where children stop
put their
head in there. So we don't use that. You understand? And again, I think that is just all I have to say. Maybe if there is any,
I love the terminology you use, functional flow. So without the functional flow, the design and the building will be very faulty. If you look at it, it feels like in Lagos there's like an outbreak or an outburst of faulty functionality. In the sense that when you open your kitchen door, from your kitchen door you can go to the back, you can enter a toilet, you can, like, the designs are just, or to the point that even some staircase you have to bend your head so that you don't hit your head on the staircase. And all of this still comes down to what you mentioned, functional flow. So back to functional flow, I want us to talk about ceiling. It's so amazing that, the way an architect thinks is very awesome, in the sense that they know that even the 5 fingers are not equal. I'm not short and I'm not tall. I'm not going to say, I am not short and I am not tall.
Yeah.
But someone like you're now from mindset now, someone like you're way taller than I am. How is it that an architect already understands the fact that everyone has their own height, and when someone walks into a room, there can be another person that is very taller than you are.
Obviously.
Look at someone like Lai Wasabi. If Lai should enter his space, his head is not supposed to be touching the ceiling fan.
Yeah.
Because some people have to like continue to bend until they sit. So how do you fathom the measurement? How do you just think about this? Do you have to start asking the client, oh, your children, your firstborn, is your firstborn tall? Is your secondborn short? Or this kind of question. How do you go about that?
Okay, the thing there is, just like I said, everything is now, there's a lot of innovation coming into the architectural system. At least one thing is seeing the beauty of every place, places, you will know that the architecture is growing. Before, the headroom height of a building is about 3 meters, below 2 meters, and we have tall children entering into the room.
Yeah.
But currently now we have considered increasing the height of the headroom. Before, like in school, I was taught that you will use 3 meters. But now, knowing how things are now, past generation, they are more short. Our parents, then they are more short and we are taller than them. The children they are giving birth, and our children will be more taller than us.
Yeah.
That is just the truth. So that enables us to increase the headroom of building. Okay. The standard measurement we use now is 3.3 meters, but we go to the extent of using possibly, let me say 3.5 meters, 3.6 meters, depending on the kind of design we are doing. If it is a residential building, probably it will be around the range of 3.3 meters to 3.5 meters. It will be at that range. Yeah. And again, we also consider the ground finishing in a situation where maybe they will later increase the height of the ground. We don't want the situation where they increase the height of the ground floor, then it will affect the the height of the room. Okay. So we just increase more height, add more height to the room. So in case anything is going on below, it will not still affect the height of the room. I don't know if this answered your question.
It did answer the question. Now my mind went back to a toilet we had in our secondary school. Everybody liked to avoid that toilet. You know why? When you want to sit on it, it feels like your whole body will start paining you when you stand up. It is not balanced. It is very down. Okay. So it feels maybe the person that handled that particular toilet did not measure that place at all. Because other toilets, now, there are other toilets that when you sit, your leg will not even touch the ground. You'll be on top. So what makes that different from a normal one that you enter and then everything fits perfectly?
Please, can you rephrase the question again?
Okay, let me put it this way. I remember when I was in secondary school, there's a particular toilet we all avoided. And why were we avoiding it? When you sit down, you're going down. So it is not comfortable for you to even pass out what you want to pass out. Like you're sitting.
So down in what way?
You know when you sit on the toilet seat, it's not balanced the way you sit
your
down.
Leg will be comfortable.
Yes.
It's like
not,
if your leg is.
It's like this, exactly. Okay. Now there's another one that when you sit, your leg is not even touching the ground at all. So they just have different kind of functionality. Now, is it from the calculation of what the architect was trying to calculate, or the fault is coming from the plumber?
Okay, if I may ask, when did they build that kind of structure? It would have been a long time ago.
That's true.
You know, those days, they did not really pay more concentration on functionality.
True.
They only pay more focus on quality. That is why you can see a building that they built long time ago. It's very strong. But still yet, but still yet, the flow is not making sense. It will be like if toilets, it will be inside kitchen. It's that kind of design. You will see a bedroom, there is no toilet in it.
You have to go outside.
You have to go outside to do whatever you want to do. So I would say for that kind of design, it's kind of a old design.
Okay.
Because those days they don't focus on it. But this current time, it should be very rare to see a kind of toilet seat that will not be comfortable. this current time.
Yeah, that works. So now, as an architect with realistic projects, there are a lot of projects you've handled, and what were some of your experiences designing? And let's start from there before we now move into the current projects that you're designing right now.
It has always been an experience, as a very good experience designing with realistic projects, because we make sure we put a lot of things in place even before the design starts.
Okay.
Clear brief, we work with brief from the client, what the client wants, you understand? We work with it. So having everything at hand makes work flow easily. Sometimes we're not all that perfect, in the sense that sometimes there will be a challenge, there will be some challenges with, just like the question you asked, forth and back with client, stuff like that, based on I want this, I want this, I want this. But at the final end of it, we come to a very good conclusion, and the client will like, wow, I really love this. Give us our accolade. And so the experience has been interesting, sometimes tiring, at least na body they work now. You get?
Yeah.
So as na body they work, sometimes you will need that rest, you get, but it's amazing.
Okay.
It's amazing.
So the project you're handling currently, can you walk us through some of the designs that you're working on?
From January up to date, we have worked on so many design projects leading to construction also. Yeah. We have worked on many short-let apartments. We have worked on residential apartments, rental apartments. We have worked on so many like shopping plaza. We have worked on it. We have also worked on duplex design. When we mean duplex design, we're talking about the 26th sanctuary, right?
Yes.
26th sanctuary duplex design. The one that will not fade due time. It will not fade over time. If you do a design and next year all the stuff you did there is outdated, there is no value. But we are designing something, we are designing the future, let me just put it that way. So we have so many designs like that.
They've designed, that's very amazing. So it was really an amazing time with you on the show. And personally, I've learned new things, ranging from the color palette to functional floor to ceiling measurement, and to difference between the modern and olden days kind of design, especially now that we're in the 21st century. So I've also learned about the manipulation of light, even though we didn't really talk too much into that. And we hope that the next episode or the next segment, we are going to have you again to give us other analysis concerning lighting, maybe ceiling again, and maybe materials and ventilation. So thank you so much for watching this particular episode again. I mean, some of the psychology that has to do with architectural design. Before you design, know that some of the things you have in mind, you can, like we do say on our episode, like previous episode, that it's okay to copy, but when you're copying, make sure that it is through your professional body. You are using a professional body to look at what you want to do before implementing that project, because copying straight up might cost you a lot. So it's so glad that this episode has touched on other things aside from just foundation to construction, and this time around we did a lot of design. Also, dear client, your perception might not be your contractor's perception. However, clarity is a very good tool and a very good use to communicate what you want and what your client and what your contractor would achieve for you. If you have any question or you have any inquiries to make, go to Realistic Projects on Instagram, ask your questions, and best believe that Realistic Project is there to handle every of your construction and every of your projects. My name is Favor Orok, and this is Architect Emmanuel. See you on the next episode.
Thank you.